What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Me and my boy Mark decided to start a podcast, y'all.
Yes,
So
sir.
today we want to introduce the Trader's Edge After Hours podcast. So within this podcast, we're going to be talking about a few different things.
Mhm.
First thing we're going to be talking about is the main thing is we're going to be talking about is investing, options, trading, day trading, futures, a little bit about how to actually manage your money, how to invest your money, just a few different things to teach you, and also just give you a little bit of game on how we do it and how we are able to make money in the market.
All right, that's it. We want to get this out the way. We're not financial advisors. We're not here to give you financial advice. Any action that you take based off anything that we discuss on this podcast, you're solely responsible. You just want to knock that out before we dive into anything. But without further ado, Jay, um, tell them a little bit about your background.
All right, so my name is Jermaine Lunsford. A lot of people say Jermaine, which is not Jermaine. It's Jam, not Jer, but I just go by J, or I go by Lunsford. So if you ever look up Lunsford, Lunsford Images, Lunsford Trades, Lunsford Real Estate, um, trying to build an empire here,
Yes, sir.
and built the last name Lunsford up here. But so I started trading back in 2018, and I started trading with options. I was trading on Webull, and
Mhm.
what's crazy is I lost a whole bunch of money, probably about $6,000, and I'm like, is this really for me?
Yeah.
And that's what all traders go through, right? When they first start, they lose a whole bunch of money trying to find
Yeah.
a strategy, trying to find something that works for them. And I took a little bit of break, just a tiny break, probably about 6 months or so.
Mhm.
Got back into it. Then I tried options again, made some of it back. And then I went into futures. And I'm like, futures gives you leverage to where you can actually physically, make money, make more money by using contracts, multiple contracts, trading NQ, ES, YM, different things like that.
Mhm.
And then I got into it, but also on top of that, I own a couple of different businesses, the podcast studio,
Yeah.
my media production brand. I own that as well, and just a few other things that I do. But I am a full-time entrepreneur, and I love it.
All
So,
right. All right. All
what
right.
about you?
Just a little bit about me. I am the founder of Whyte's Capital Management Group. That's more known by the name Mark Whyte Trades. Just founded that as I got into trading in about a little bit under 2 years. I started off trading stocks to begin with. Paid a ton of money for mentorship out the
We
gate.
all do.
But I just jumped straight into the market without a strategy. And like you said earlier, lost a bunch of money.
Yeah.
But I kept going. I kept going through a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Got connected with my boy Jay here, and we've been banging it out ever since. Just keep growing, as better traders every day.
Yeah, man, that's important. Just the growth overall. I feel like a lot of people do tend to get the hang of trading after a while.
Yeah,
But a lot of people do give up. It'd be like 6 months, a year in, and they just be like, yeah, nah, this is not for me.
yeah.
Um,
Talk a
so
little bit about that part of your journey. Like, what made you take that break?
well, it came from it was a mental thing.
Yeah,
Because investing, you have to have a lot of different details, in order to become a better a better trader, a better
mm,
day trader, a better long-term trader. And mentally, I wasn't mentally stable to be able to be a trader, right?
yeah,
And it was because business, right? And as an entrepreneur, if anybody is an entrepreneur, if anybody knows any entrepreneurs, we all know that sometimes the entrepreneurship can
yeah,
be a little rocky. The roads can be rocky a little
yeah,
bit. One thing that I could do to where I didn't actually physically have to leave the house,
mm,
and I wasn't physically taught how to manage money growing up. So being an entrepreneur, that it was real tough. And it
yeah,
was just like, I want to be able to have another source of income to where if my business is not doing good,
right,
that I'm able to actually rely on something else that can build me wealth and capital and
yeah,
bring more capital to me. So that's kind of why maybe, I took that break. It was just more of a mental thing. And I just had to get my mind right, get my capital right, start to save up, so that way if I do lose money, I have something to fall back on, which is my business.
Because you will lose money.
Yeah.
Every time.
So,
Yeah.
but overall, I think it was a good thing that I did get into it. It was a good thing that I did take the break, and it was a good thing that I did fail.
Yeah.
So I think, lessons come.
Yeah, I think I can second that because failure is an important thing when you're going to do anything. There's no one way trajectory up, and really, you don't really refine your process, how you approach anything without failing and see what doesn't work and what
Yeah.
works. So my journey was quite similar. I'm also director of coaching for one of the youth soccer clubs in the area, and I was also working as a director of training with one of my guys that been working with him for years, coaching and training over the winter months.
Yeah.
And what happened is that was so telling on my body that I had to find something else that was more so me, that allowed me to be away from the training grounds, right? The legs were hurting, man. I
I
tell
already
you.
know.
So I found trading as a vehicle that I wanted to explore. Actually, what happened was I was trying to find what's next for me, and it kept coming up
Yeah.
in many different conversations. So I'm like, you know what? This is something that I thought about doing many years ago, about 2019. Probably should have started back then. Um, and I just went all in, man. That's one thing about me. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's huge though. That's huge. I think overall, when it comes to starting something,
yeah,
it's not about how you started, but it's also about how you finish.
yeah,
A lot of people like get into trading, and obviously trading is up and down, right?
yeah,
It's not guaranteed. One of the reasons why I say that is because I learned that if you find a strategy and you're
yeah,
able to master you, and what I mean by master you is mastering your discipline, mastering your consistency, mastering your strategy,
yeah,
mastering your system, right? Those things will help you grow as a person, as a trader, right?
yeah.
Trading will bring things out of you that you didn't even realize that you needed, right? And the actual like everyday life,
Yeah.
like those things play a big part in everything, right? So when you wake up in the morning, do you have a routine? When you hop on the charts,
Routine.
do you have a routine? When you go to work, do you have a routine? Are you consistent? Are you
Yeah.
disciplined within that routine? Are you going to the gym? All these different things that a lot of people don't realize that plays a big part in your life are the same things that plays a big part in your trading
And you're
career.
trading. I'll add to that. Trading taught me just how indisciplined I
Oh,
was,
for sure.
and let me tell you why. Because I'm responsible for training and
Yeah.
coaching kids, right? And one of my duties as a coach is to help nurture these kids in the ways of
Yeah.
discipline, understanding your role, playing your role and function within the team,
Yeah.
right? Just as I'm trying to play my role and function within the club,
Mm-hmm.
within life, right? And thought I was a disciplined person,
Mm.
you know, touched on my morning routine. I wasn't a big gym fanatic back
Yeah.
then, but I quickly learned after I started trading that your emotions are all over the place and you need to learn to regulate yourself. And that started from, just how I did everything.
Yeah.
That's one big thing that I'll tell anyone that's interested in starting learning the trade. How you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yeah.
So how you show up for yourself in the morning, in
Mm-hmm.
the afternoon, after work,
Mm-hmm.
that's the same way you're gonna show up in your trading. So I had to make a lot of big changes in my life, but I'm happy I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, I also feel like that there are things in life where it's just like you gotta master those
Yeah.
things. And sometimes you need a break. And it's just like one of the things that really helped me was those things that I realized that I needed to work on, write them down,
Yeah.
put them in front of you, put them on a chart, do something that will force you to actually look at it every day.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like, all right, you write it down, you toss the paper somewhere, it's flipped over on your desk, you put a cup of water on it, you put a bottle of water on it, and then it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
And then it's over. Right? And that's just like you hit on the coaching aspect of it. It's like you are preaching to the kids how to be disciplined, how to be consistent, but are you disciplined? Are you consistent? And
it was.
yeah, so and so that's the main, and that's against me too.
Yeah.
Am I disciplined? Am I consistent? I'm preaching it, right? But there are problems that everybody has that they have to figure out on their own. It may not be discipline or consistency, right? It could be, do you have a strategy?
Yeah.
Are you good with your strategy? Do you
Yeah.
feel like it resonates with you? Like, those are just different things that could stop you from being a better trader.
Let me ask you this. What part of all the aspects that comes with being a better trader do you feel is the most important?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I feel like, again, the discipline of it is everything.
Yeah.
Right. There's one thing that I look at every day, and it's this chart that I created where it shows you, if you make this per day, you make this per week, you make this per month, and you make this per year. Right. And I'll show the chart here. I'll put it up on the screen so y'all can see it as well.
Yeah.
But the littlest amount of money, right? $250 a day is $60,000 a year.
A year.
Right.
Yeah.
And most trades only take us maybe a minute to 2 minutes within the trade, and that's it. Like, it doesn't take long at all. So it's like, not to knock anybody that has a normal job, or a regular job, a 9 to 5, or like a just a regular job, right? People work 8 hours out of their day, and most people are not making $250 a day, right?
Yeah.
And as a day trader, you're easily making that within minutes. And that's why I keep telling everybody. I even tell my family this. I tell my nephew this. Like, these are things to where you could easily invest $100 into a prop firm and become a multimillionaire. Right? Yeah. You make $10,000. You put it into your own account. From there, you just build it up and build it up and build it up. And that all starts from $100. But you have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined to get to those goals, and making those small goals, right, into a bigger goal, right? You have to have that discipline to stay within that realm. So, what do you think, though?
As it relates to the most important thing, I think having a plan. I think having a plan to approach the markets, and all of those different things comes within that plan, right?
Yeah.
So for me, the first thing you do is you learn a strategy.
Yeah.
Right. You may have to do a little bit of web searching. You may have to watch some videos to see different strategies, right? And then you find the one that you think fits your personality, because trading has a lot to do with who you are as a person. So,
man,
finding something that fits you, right? Learning the nuances of that strategy.
Yeah.
And then once you understand the nuances, fix you. Fix you. We keep using the word discipline. Many people don't understand just how important that is. That important that is in trading, but not just in trading, in life, right? If you're not disciplined to follow the plan that you just talked about, you're never going to be successful.
Yeah.
Because as soon as something goes wrong, now you start doubting the plan. Now you start looking at different things, right? It's important to understand this is the plan that I'm approaching the market with, and I'm going to apply it, learn it, and make it work.
Yeah, believe me, it's easier said than done.
It is.
Because we can talk about it all day. We can think about it all day. We can even, preach about it all day. But it's also like, when you actually physically get into the market and you're able to see how much capital and income and profitability you see, and how much money you're able to make, it's like everything goes out the window.
How many times have you been up? Thousands.
Bro, thousands. thousands of dollars, right? I've been up quite a bit, right, multiple times, and I ask myself like, how much money have I left on the table?
Yeah.
And what I say, what I mean by like left on the table is, right, I may have been in a play, I may have seen $1,000.
Mm.
Did I take $1,000, or did I let it come back down to zero, or did I let it come back down to $100? And what's crazy is the other day it was a prime example, right? We were on the call. I got off the call, and I think there was maybe a few days ago or something like that. And I was waiting for it to come back to a certain level on the 45-minute time frame.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta go, y'all. I gotta head to a shoot, and it was all the way in Dayton. So what happened was, and I honestly I don't even think you know this.
Yeah.
What happened was I had set a limit order, right? And for those who don't know what a limit order is basically when you set a level for, let's just say price is at $10, right? And it's coming back to $1. And once it comes to that dollar, it's gonna basically trigger you into the market to go back up or to continue back down, which means that you can just set an order without you having to be there. And once the market hits that specific price, then you're able to make money, or lose money, right? Because the market is you could lose.
Yeah.
So I had a limit order set, and I got it into the play. I was trading with one micro, right? One micro, right? And I was up roughly about $300, right? With one micro, that's about 600 ticks, right? And for people that don't know what ticks are basically, for one micro of NQ, it's 50 cents per tick. So mind you, that's 600 ticks, which is not normal. And
it's a lot of ticks to catch, guys.
No, it is. It's a lot of ticks for sure. So, I remember one of the people that are in the Discord that comes on the call. She said, "Hey, the feds are talking today."
Mm-hmm.
And I checked the news when I was on the call, roughly around like 10 o'clock or something like that, and I seen that they were talking at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I'm out shooting. I'm like, oh man, I just got in the play. Right, I'm up like $300. Right, and this is all in my live account. And what happened was, I was about to click exit, like cancel, right? And mind you, I wasn't paying attention to the time. So the market is moving up, and it's moving up. It's moving up. Next thing you know, I see this really big, huge candle. All my profit is literally went right back to zero. And guess what time it was? 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
Man.
So the feds, it got me. So I ended up losing all $300 and was down for like $200 for the day.
Whoa.
Yeah, so, which is not a lot of money. It's okay. I'm not really tripping on it, but like, that's one thing. It's just like, to wrap that back around to the discipline aspect of it is, if your daily goal is $200 and you're at $300, get out the trade. Take your money. Like, just go. Like, and that was a key factor to where I was not disciplined, and it cost me. I was up $300, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I've left money on the table. Yeah, like, just be happy.
I gave money back, right?
I gave it back, and it was never mine in the first place because I didn't press exit. I didn't take it.
It's not your money if you don't take it.
I didn't take it. Yeah. So it is what it is. But I know I'm just trying to teach people and help people understand. Like, I've been through a lot, like a crazy amount of losses. Yeah, and I'm just trying to teach people like, hey, like, you can be better than me. Like, you can be more than me. Even my family, my nephew, like anybody, like, if they don't see the value in it, anybody really. Yeah. If they don't see the value in it, they're not gonna do it unless you become a multimillionaire. Oh man, how did you make $1 million?
And by that,
it's
the
over.
10 years you put in to become a multimillionaire, right. Now they're starting at zero. Exactly. And they don't have that in them, that to go 10 years of messing up and making mistakes and giving money to Wall Street.
back to the market. Exactly. So,
well, no, that's a big part of discipline, man. I can't tell you how many times I've been up for the day. Mm-hmm. I say I'm done, but I see a great opportunity, right? I'm done trading. I see an opportunity. I may or may not take it, right? At this point, I'm not paying attention to how the market is printing, right? The flow of the market. Yeah. I just know I got a level that I find interesting, and when it gets there, I get an alert. I hop into the market. Profits gone
Yep. Immediately.
immediately. So, and we can talk about this, guys, because these are mistakes that we make, right? So when we talk to students and we tell them, hey, don't do this. It's not
Mm-hmm.
because to say we're bulletproof from it.
Yeah.
It's just we've done it and have learned a lesson, and we're still learning a lesson. So it's important to have your discipline,
Yeah.
and work on that every day. Like I said, it starts from how you wake up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Are you making your bed, or are you hopping out of bed and just hopping into the next thing, right?
Yep. Yep.
So routine, discipline, very important if you want to be a trader. And if you're not, and you're thinking about becoming a trader, start with your discipline first. Start figuring out, how you can stay true to your word. Whatever you said you was gonna do, make sure you honor that word, and then think about putting up some money.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
So I mean, it'll come. It comes and goes.
I want to ask you about, because we talked about strategies and
Mm-hmm.
style. What is your style as a trader?
Well, when I first started trading, my style was just getting in and getting out. I like fast money,
Yeah.
and I've learned that that's not the way.
No.
I learned that's not the way very fast.
Yeah.
uh, and I think overall, once you understand that it's not a race, it's a marathon, then it becomes easy.
Yeah.
All right. And the strategy now is moving into long term.
Yeah.
You buy and hold.
Buy and hold.
Yeah. You buy and you hold. Right. And the market is designed to go up. Obviously, you have dips in the market, right? We use something called a Fibonacci retracement tool, which you know about that.
Yeah.
And we just look to see if the companies are 50% down, whether you're day trading or even if you're long term, right? From its highs to its lows, right? You look to see if it's down 50%, right? And that means discount, right?
It's discount price. Yeah.
And that's have been becoming my strategy for a while now. Is I love to day trade. Right? I love day trading. Right? I love making money fast, which is never good. But
Yeah.
the way that I like doing it now is I'll make my money doing day trading, take my money out of my day trading account, and put it back in my long term account,
Get into companies.
and then get into companies because the goal is to build generational wealth.
Yeah.
Right. When you have a family, you got kids, even if you got nieces, nephews, whatever it is, right? You want to be able to send them to college or
Yeah.
do something for them, right? And teach them to where you can take money out of your account, put it in their account, and they are now understanding how growth works and how finances work and how the stock market works.
They don't
And
teach that in college.
they don't teach that in high school.
They
I
don't.
mean, maybe they do, right? There may be some things that are like taught, but there's no like real. Well, I guess when I was in high school,
Yeah.
there's no real investing classes inside of high school. Majority of the things that they taught taught me in high school. I don't even use to like today.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's just like, obviously English, math, right?
Yeah.
We those are key, core things that you have to actually,
Yeah.
read and write and learn how to do numbers and stuff like that, especially when it comes to, stocks and options and futures and day trading and whatever it is.
Got to be up on that math.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to be able to calculate. Yep.
So that's my overall strategy now, and that's what I'm moving towards is my long term because I don't want to work for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I don't, and I don't think nobody does.
Nobody does.
And the goal is just to once you start to build a little bit and then you start to build more, you get to level 2 and then you get to level 3, and let's just say your level 1 is $10,000, your level 2 is $20,000, your level 3 is $30,000. You get to level 10, you're at $100,000. That $100,000 is now making money for you.
Yep.
The more money that you have, the more money you make, but you don't have to work as hard to make the money because now the money is making it for you.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the goal is you start off $500, whatever.
Build it up.
You build it up. You build it and you build it and you build it and you build it, right? Then you manage it properly. If you manage it properly and don't spend it on, miscellaneous things or even things that don't hold value, cars, homes. They, obviously it may hold value, but the economy, depending on what's going on in the economy, or if you buying like materialistic things,
like we used to buy.
Yeah. And, but what's so crazy is, right, after I got all of that stuff and I bought it,
Yeah,
I didn't feel any different. I was like, all right, I got it now.
I got it. What am I gonna do? What's next?
Yeah, I got it now.
Yeah.
I may go buy a car. I'm like, all right, cool. And now I have to put more money into it to put gas in it. Or then I gotta pay the car note, and I may go, maintenance, and now it's costing me money instead of building me money, or making me money, right? And of course, it's not always about money, but what it is about is your happiness when it comes to your life in the future.
Yeah. As I wanna. You said an interesting word, and you mentioned it a lot on our calls. You talk about what amount of money would make us happy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw that question at you. What amount of money would you have to have, or either be making on a consistent basis to go? I'm good. I don't really care about what's going on. I'm good.
Happiness don't come with a dollar sign.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It comes with you and whoever the person is, right? Happiness can be peace for me. But what is peace? Peace is my bills is paid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at home. I'm relaxing. I got AC. I got the heat. I got a roof over my head, right?
Yeah.
I can drive a Honda that's paid off, and it could be a 2000, 2001, 2002 Honda, and I'm happy. Like, or I can save up $20,000 and pay the rent up for a year, and I don't have to have a house. I can just rent where I don't have to cut the grass. I don't have to worry about maintenance. I don't have to do certain things, right? And that's happiness. So me, $20,000 is happiness, right? But again, happiness starts when you're young.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna break that down, right? Because as you're growing up, right, you start fresh. You have a fresh slate.
Yeah.
You have no bills. You have no job. You have no credit, right? Which is okay.
Yeah.
Right? But as you're growing and you're growing and you're growing and you're growing, you start to build credit if you're taught properly.
If you're taught.
You start to find a job and make money and manage the money properly if you're taught correctly, right? You start to learn how to invest, right? If you are around that circle, right? And then you start to accumulate things. You start to buy things. You start to get a car note. You start to have insurance. You start to buy a house. You want nice things. And then from there comes social media.
Oh, that's the
and
worst.
Then you see other people. Oh man, they're going out of town. They're doing this. They're doing that. Right? And what you're doing is you're literally building and digging yourself a hole.
Yeah.
And it's getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper.
Somebody don't come save you. You drown.
You drown. And then next thing you know, you're living well above your means.
Yeah.
And now you're living paycheck to paycheck. And now you can't get a house. You can't get a car because you got bad credit. Because you didn't bought credit cards thinking that credit card money is your money.
Bankruptcy.
And then
right?
Bankruptcy comes, right? And then you file Chapter 7, Chapter 9, Chapter 11.
Yeah.
Right? And then from there, you have bankruptcy on your credit, right? So creditors see that now.
Yeah.
Right? So now the only way to buy things and get things is you have to have cash.
Yeah.
And if all of your bills is taken up by the cash flow that you're making, how are you ever gonna?
You can't grow.
You can't grow. Then, are you miserable? Are you happy?
You are extremely miserable.
You're extremely miserable. And again, if you don't have that circle and if you don't have that place in life to go while you are young, then you're not taught that. And it's okay, right? But when you step out into different ventures in life, right, you see other things and you get curious and you wonder, like, how is this person living this type of lifestyle? And you see that their traits are different.
Yeah.
And it's okay that you grew up like that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I grew up not knowing how to manage money. Yeah. Nobody in my family was an entrepreneur. Nobody in my family went to the military, and I did. Like, nobody in my family did a lot of things that I did, right?
Yeah.
And I'm still doing it now, but I ventured out and I became curious, and I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? I want to learn about credit. I want to learn about money. I want to learn about finances.
Yeah.
So,
But you did the work though.
I mean, I did the work,
You did the work.
but that's what happiness is. Happiness is whatever you make it to be.
Yeah. That's very important. I feel like and I ask you because it's an interesting thing that I see in the space, right? Where people tie their happiness to how much money they have because of something you said, social media. A lot of people portray that they're making a lot of money, right? And their lifestyle is extravagant and people buy into that, you know. So that's why I asked the question, what amount of money would make you happy? Which you answered so well. It Happiness has nothing to do with money.
It doesn't.
But I really want to ask you this: what at what point do you choose to relax? Because I know you, right? You're an
Yeah.
entrepreneur. You work nonstop, right? I mean, it's after hours and we're working out.
Here it is.
So-
After hours.
so-
That's key.
You know, when do you stop? At what point do you stop?
That's a very good question
Yeah.
to me. And I don't think I'm going to stop. And I think a good stopping point for me is when I know I have enough assets
Mm.
to bring in enough passive income to where I'm making 5 times what my monthly bills would be.
Yeah.
That would be my stopping point. And that would require me to own multiple different companies. That would require me to having a retirement account, an investment account.
Yeah.
And at that point, you have enough that you're saving, right?
Mhm,
And it's like a pie, right? And I didn't know this. I didn't learn this. I honestly don't even think it's financially correct on how a lot of people do it, but this is how I do it.
Yeah.
Right? I make a pie. So whatever I bring in, I have a slice of a pie goes 20% into my savings,
Mhm.
another 20% into something else, another 20% into something else. And it doesn't have to be 20%. It can be 10% here, 5% here,
Mhm, mhm.
50% there, another 10% there, right? But you're managing it properly and you're understanding how money works.
Yeah.
And when you able to dish out enough money to build something to bring you passive income, then you don't have to work for it.
Yeah.
And when it becomes passive revenue, when it's moving properly, it's working properly, you build a system. And that's what it is. That's what I feel like enough is for me is you build it from the ground up, you find a very, 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 very good system,
Yeah.
you structure it properly, and you become the person you've always wanted to be, which who wants to work for the rest of their lives? Nobody. I don't, for sure.
Not me.
And I think, and that's a key question. Nobody's ever asked me that. And I
Yeah.
just really found out my answer today is what is
Yeah.
enough? And day trading, I don't have to do anything. I take a couple trades a day.
Yeah.
It's only a couple minutes a day, and I enjoy the rest of my day, and I bring in my passive income,
Yeah.
and that's it. Like, that's peace. That's
That's a
happiness.
good life. That's a good life.
Yeah. What about you? Like, when is enough? When it comes to, obviously, you wanting more, you're studying, you're getting better jobs, right? You're becoming a better trader. Like, is it a dollar amount?
No, I don't attach when I decide to slow down to a dollar amount. It's more so my reach,
Mm.
right? And when I say my reach, this is what I mean. Um, I can not only take care of myself, my immediate family, wife, kids, but mom's good, dad's good, older and younger siblings are good. If they need anything, I got them, right?
Yeah.
To add to that, I also want to have a goal of becoming the hope for my family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So a couple times a year, everybody comes. I fly everybody in. We chop it up. We live it up. You know what I mean? Um, when I'm at the level where I have that reach, I think it's okay to slow down. It's never okay to stop. I don't believe in stop it.
Hmm.
And you alluded to it without alluding to it because you did say when I have enough passive income,
Yeah.
I'm gonna trade. So you really
Mm.
never stop.
Well, stopping means I feel like it's a fine line between hard labor
Yeah,
and no labor
no labor.
at all, right? And I mean labor as in like not a work from home job because that's
Yeah,
still labor. Right? You're still clocking in and clocking out, right? That's
accountable to somebody else.
yeah. And I mean you're making somebody else a multimillionaire, billionaire, whatever, or a company,
Yeah,
right? And instead of putting that time into yourself, which as being an entrepreneur is not for everybody.
yeah,
I don't ever portray that to be on anybody, but like imagine how much time you put into someone else and someone else's company.
yeah.
Imagine if you put that time into
Into
yourself.
yourself.
Like how much of a difference it would make within your life.
Oh man, you'd be the
Like,
company.
yeah, you I mean you'll be it. And it's like what people like when it comes to having a job is safety.
Safety.
Security,
Yeah,
right?
we were taught that though.
We were, but guess what? Even that is not safe.
No,
Because if there's no union, guess what they can do?
they can decide to do whatever they want to do.
Whenever they want to do it, you're
Yeah.
fired.
Yeah.
It's over. It's over.
I saw an interesting ad the other day where I think that it was some type of company and the lady was a developer of some
Mhm.
kind. And with all the introduction of these AIs and new people coming in, they're experts, right, at using AI, how to automate systems, how to get things done faster.
Yeah.
She was basically obsolete,
Hmm.
right? Imagine being at a company for 20, 25 years, dedicated worker, and then with machines and young kids who know how to use them,
Mhm.
you become obsolete. You get fired.
Mm.
You're great at the job, but you can't do it as fast as the youngsters coming in
Or the robots.
or the robots.
Mm.
So I think when people are planning their future, are thinking about your future, think how to not become obsolete. If you become an expert at anything, you can never be obsolete because you're an expert. And with the way the world's going now, if you're an expert, you can sell the knowledge.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is key.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like if I lost everything today, right, I have the knowledge to be able to go into. It's my computer.
Mm.
Just hit pause. Just hit the Yep, there you go.
We go.
Oh,
We're gonna cut this. Let me get back
go
in.
ahead. Go ahead.
in
Go ahead.
position.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing. Yeah, do your thing. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is key. Knowledge comes with a lot. If I lost everything today, right, I also
Yeah.
have the knowledge to be able to go into trading, get $100 from something somewhere. If I lost all of my skills and I could not walk anything, right?
Yeah.
Only if I had $100, yeah, my $100 would get me where I need to be,
Yeah.
right? And that's because, right, prop firms out there, and
Yeah.
but if you don't know what a prop firm is, right? A prop firm is basically they just invest into you. You start a prop firm, you have a challenge,
Mhm.
and then once you pass the challenge, the money that you make is typically yours to keep, unless they have some type of rule where they take 10%.
Profit split.
Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
But Top Step is pretty good about that.
Yeah.
And by the way, Top Step sponsor us
Right now.
right now. But yeah, no. So I think it's really all about doing that research,
Yeah.
figuring out what's next for you, and then if you want to become an entrepreneur, find something that's always a need.
Yeah.
Like a nurse, you can be your own practitioner, right?
Yeah.
Or do something like I do, right? Media production.
Yeah.
Let's say you start a new company, right? 10 years ago, 15 years ago was flyers, word of mouth. But everything nowadays is social media.
Social media.
Right? Or websites,
Yeah.
right? And people need media. in order to make their business grow.
It's the most important thing, your presence.
Yeah. So in order to make your business go, guess who they're gonna call? They're gonna call me.
The man who knows how to
The man that knows how to make it happen. Just like this podcast studio. People wanna come in here, they wanna talk, they wanna use clips and stuff. And guess who they're gonna call? They're gonna call me. Yeah. So it's just, you know.
I want to ask you an interesting question about mindset and where did the shift come with you? Like, what caused the shift in your mindset when you approach trading or even business?
To be honest, I'm tired of being broke. For real.
That'll get you.
I'm tired of being broke. And you know, it happens to everybody. Like as you're growing up, even if you're a teenager, right?
Yeah.
You know, some people are never considered broke, but like if you're not taught how to manage money properly, you spend money on dumb stuff, and then there are bills that need to be paid, and you can't pay them because you're broke, right?
Or spending what you didn't have,
or spending what you don't have, or spending it before you get it. Yeah,
that's the worst one.
Yeah. So, you know, I was, to be honest, to be truthful, you know, just to be vulnerable, like I was just tired of being broke, like, and it's just the mindset of mistakes are okay to make. I've made a lot of mistakes, and that did change my mindset as well.
Yeah,
but overall, I was literally just tired of going through the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
And it's almost like you make mistakes, but learn from the mistakes.
Please
then
learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
Please.
And then you make the same mistake again.
Yeah.
And then somebody tell you not to do it. And then you make the same mistake again. It's
learn.
Like putting your hand on the stove, how many times are you going to get burnt?
I've been burnt a few times, but I'm learning.
I mean, you know, it happens. And it's just like, how many times are you going to go through that phase in your life to where you get burnt? And for me, what did it for me is I started reading the Bible and I got closer to God.
That's a big one.
And that right there, and obviously people, religion or whatever it is, right? And nothing against anybody, right? But if that's what you believe in, that's what you believe in. That's what I believe in, right? But it's just like, you know, that was my journey. Yeah. That's what I did. Everybody's journey is different.
Right? It's important to believe. You used a great word. You believed in something.
Yeah.
It's very important to have strong beliefs in something, because when you have that deep founded, you're rooted in something is what I'm trying to say, right? Mm-hmm. Whether that is God, or whether it's spirituality, whether it's you're rooted in, you know, your family, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Because the business that we're in, the business of trading, it takes strong conviction, because if you're not rooted in your belief system, you're gonna give up. And that's why a lot of people give up, because they don't believe in anything bigger than themselves. Because trust me, trading is bigger than all of us. It's bigger than all of us. And people, there's a lot of people in the space that says 90% win rate, whatever the case may be. That's just marketing. I'm not saying that a lot of these guys don't have a 90% win rate.
Yeah.
Right? But there's that 10%. That's 10%. You know, and they don't tell you about how hard it is in that 10%. And just to tie back in, without having strong beliefs in something that's bigger than you, you're gonna fall off.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. 100%. And it's tough. It is tough. And I definitely say that once you get to that point in your life where you are wanting to build some type of structure, some type of system, your beliefs come a lot. They're stronger in certain things, you know. And as you get older, you grow. You grow. Know? And that's why I'm just like, you know, the people that I'm wanting to help or trying to help, right? Yeah. I'll preach. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a multimillionaire by no means, right? Yeah. Of course I want to be, but I'm very well good to go in life. Like my bills is paid. I'm for sure. I'm on the way. I got you know, a little extra, you know, here and there. You know, I make great money, and I'm always gonna be humble about it, because as fast as you can make it, you can lose it. You can lose it just as fast. So stay humble, you know, don't be greedy, but greedy, but I just think overall, like, life is what you make it. Really,
Yeah.
life is literally what you make it.
And that's where mindset comes in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, I was just tired of working so much. Going from a 9 to 5
Yeah.
to private sessions
Yeah.
to no breaks. Summers taken, winters are taken.
Mm.
At what point am I living? Am I living to work? That's where the shift came from, and I decided that I had to do something different.
Mm.
And it took me on a journey, man.
But what is living to you?
Freedom.
What is freedom?
Being able to have the time to do the things you like to do. Whether that's spending time with family, whether that's traveling, whether it's just kicking back and putting your feet up, reading a book.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Freedom is always the best way to go when it comes to thinking about peace and happiness.
Yeah.
Financially free. You know, that's what a lot of people want to be.
Yeah.
Or they may want to have a free schedule.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I ask, like, when it comes to freedom, like, what is freedom to that specific person?
Yeah.
Like, is freedom like, oh man, I'm free, I'm not locked up, like I can eat a good meal,
Yeah.
right? Is free being able to sit on a beach or a yacht all day. Like, I am financially free to be able to do these things,
able to do that, yeah.
right? And again, freedom and happiness looks different to everybody.
Yeah.
So $200 can mean a whole lot to somebody that has nothing. $200 to me.
Need to figure
Well,
something
yeah.
out.
Yeah,
I need to figure this out.
Oh wait, I'm looking at my phone like I only got $200 left. What's going on? You know, I mean that hasn't happened in a long time, but like,
Yeah.
you know, it's based on the person, and that's is a lot of crucial things. And I see all these investors and these big dogs out here talking about, you know, you got to do this, you got to do that, you know, you got to invest, you got to do this, but what happens if people don't have the money to invest?
Yeah.
What happened if, you know, people don't know how to invest?
Yeah.
What happened if people don't know where to start to invest?
Yeah.
What happened if you working a 9 to 5, or even you're an entrepreneur and your bills is every dollar that you're bringing in and you don't have the money to invest?
Yeah.
Then what? You know, what do that person do? Right? And the next step for me is figure out, why is every dollar going to something in your life? And it needs to be moving towards different things. And a lot of people, their mindset, like we keep talking about, is I have to have this. I have to have this.
Now.
I want this. I want this. I want this. Is that want a need?
Yeah.
Do you need those things, or do you want those things, or do you see those things on social media and makes you want those things because you want to be like somebody else?
Let me ask you this. When did that happen for you?
Maybe 8 years ago.
Yeah.
8 years ago. And it's because is that you see all this stuff on social media, and then you get the stuff and you may post about it and nobody likes it. Nobody cares about
Nobody cares.
No, they just seen, oh, he got this, he got that. You may have a couple of people, oh, congratulations, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
But guess who pockets is hitting in the future? Mine.
Yours. You didn't put anything away. You didn't put anything in the market.
I didn't put anything anywhere. I bought something that was non-valuable in the future that cost me money, and that's continuing to cost me money. You got a car note nowadays. Car notes is $500 to $700.
Ooh, don't talk about the car note.
I mean, but guess what? If you would have bought a car that cost you $10,000 that you spent over and over and over again,
Yeah.
that $500 to $700 that you're paying per month can be going back into the market.
Back into it. Yeah.
Right? And then now it's just all about, like, why are you living above your means?
Yeah.
Go find you. So who cares if you live in a 1-bedroom apartment that's costing you $1,000? Nobody cares as long as you're living and you're happy.
As long as you're good.
As long as you're good. Do you got food on the table? You got a roof over your head?
Mm-hmm.
Are you happy? Do you got toilet paper to use the bathroom? do you have drinks in the refrigerator to stay hydrated?
Yeah.
Like, these are simple things like people understand and need, and of course, like, I'm preaching about it now but it's because I went through it.
Yeah.
And all of this stuff is materialistic stuff. I promise y'all that you know, these are wants and needs that you will eventually get to in life. And these things will eventually come, you know,
Yeah.
but to set yourself up for success in the future, you have to live below your means right now in order to become successful in the future.
And to add to that, there's I want to use a term, right? A sense of urgency. I want to frame it the right way so people can understand. It is important to have a sense of urgency in anything you do.
Yeah.
But what is urgent? Is getting the car right now. Is that where you should focus your urgency? No. Getting the money, building yourself up. Start with getting educated urgently. Getting a job urgently. Start saving. Start learning about investing. All of these things is where I am now at this stage in life, focusing on my sense of urgency.
Yeah.
Right. If I ever feel like I need to get it done now, it's not gonna be I need to go buy that shoe. It's gonna be I need to figure out how I'm gonna get this payout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need to figure out how I'm gonna what I need to learn now so I can invest in SpaceX, something, right?
IPO that just came out. Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, just to add to what you said, a lot of people want things now, but I think when you focus your efforts on building yourself up, especially men, and nothing against women, of course, but especially men, as we are expected to lead, right? We're expected to be the providers. When you're young, focus on that. Put your focus right there because I promise you, whatever you're chasing in your 20s, it's going to be a lot of it in your 30s when you're set up the right way. So,
Yep. If you have the skill and the education and the mindset and the mentality while you're young and build that, the money will come.
easily.
It's gonna come.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it. It's gonna come. And then surround yourself around the people that are actually physically doing it.
Doing the thing you want to
Your
do.
circle is so important, right? And it sucks because it's like a lot of people are not asked to be here in this world, right?
Yeah.
They were brought into this world by two people cohabitating, right? Having sex, right? And that's what it is that, you know, they are born into a world to where their parents wasn't taught that.
Yeah.
So then it becomes, well, how am I supposed to know when the people that I spend my life with and 24 hours out of the day I'm with this person and they don't know.
They don't know.
And then the person that they were around, they didn't know.
Yeah.
And then the person that they were around, they didn't know. So then it becomes, well, who is gonna be the change?
We gotta be the change.
We gotta be the change.
We gotta expose ourselves to the right things and become the change.
Yeah.
Just like you said, my parents knew nothing about investing, nothing about trading. And even now, they have doubts. But
Yeah.
it's up to me. It's up to me and to get to the level that I want to get to so they can understand and so the next generation can understand. The most beautiful thing that I've seen recently is I coach two kids and kids are like 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk about trading a lot. I talk about investing a lot. And this kid pulled his phone out and showed me his Robinhood account.
Yeah.
And he's up. And I said, "Who taught you about this?" He's like, "No one. Mom just gave us money and said, read about these companies and figure out if you would want to buy into these companies or not." 12 years old.
Wow. Wow.
They're twins and they're both up.
It's just, I don't know. I think it's just, again, it's just a mindset thing.
It's a mindset thing.
They may be, and it's also a visual thing.
They had information, is what I say.
Yeah.
They had information.
Yeah. But that's where it starts, though.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, and that's why I wanted to, I came to you. I'm like, oh, let's start this. Like, let's get this out there so people can actually listen to it. They can hear it.
Yeah.
And people are on YouTube all the time, right? And YouTube stuff pops up. And it's like, what are these guys actually talking about? And it
Yeah.
may be very important to some people, it may not be important to some people, but everybody wants more income. Everybody wants more capital, but people don't want to work for it.
That won't work.
And trading is like, oh man, I see you making thousands of dollars, but
Yeah.
do you know what I went through to get to this stage in life? Like,
What? You said 2018 you
yeah,
started? 8 years.
8 years, 12 years in business, 8 years in investing, right? And obviously more years before that of me doing dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And now I'm actually here doing what I want to do, and I'm at peace. I'm happy. I mean, life is good. But it took me a long time to get there, and that's what I'm trying to prevent other people from doing is I'm trying to prevent you from having to go through 10, 20 years of the worst over and over and
Repeated
over and over
mistakes.
and over.
Repeated
Yeah.
mistakes. Yeah.
Over and like it's just one of the hardest things is just listening. A lot of people, they hear you, it goes in one ear and not the other. And then next thing you know, they do something. And oh man, I should have listened.
If I only listen.
If I would have listened 5 years ago
Yeah.
to when Jay was telling me, do this, save your money. And next thing you know, 5 years later,
you could be here.
You can be here.
Talking about trading and investing and teaching other people.
2 years would change your life.
Yeah.
2 years would change your life.
It has changed my life in a significant way because I live different.
Yeah.
I move different.
Yeah.
I have no time to entertain anything that's not aligned with where I want to go.
Yeah.
And I think when we operate that way, that's just the recipe for success, man. So,
yeah,
youngsters, listen. And a lot of my players will watch this. I think they're gonna eat this up because I make content on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
But I haven't dropped in a while. And these kids are on me. When's the next one coming? But here it is, guys. Listen, take heed to what we're saying.
Yeah.
And really focus on the things you need to focus on.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm happy. You got any last words, anything else you want to talk about? We can go over to kind of keep this going because I know once we, get this out there, I would love for people to continue to watch and continue looking forward to episode 2 and all the future episodes that's going to be out there. We're going to be going over a lot of different things. But yeah, no, man, I think we're definitely going to get into it. We're going to get into investing, how to invest, looking at the charts, where to start, what prop firms is, talking about Top Step, like how we got started with Top Step, what has our journey been with Top Step, like stuff like that. And we're going to get into it. And I think like a lot of people should just sit here and watch this.
Yeah.
And it's
important stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is important. And I think no matter how old you are, you can still learn from this stuff. Learn. The key is to learn from somebody else's mistakes instead of your own. That's huge. Yeah, that's the key.
Couldn't wrap my head around that as a youngster, but now I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Learn from other people's mistakes.
Yeah. And I promise you, right? You will be successful as long as you have consistency, you have a good system, you stay disciplined within that system, and you just continue to grind every day and stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble.
Stay locked in. Stay locked in.
And
we'll get into all of that, guys. Everything that Jay just mentioned about strategy, creating a system, how to put your system to the test.
Yep.
We've done it. He's done it more than I have, but I've also came through under his tutelage as well. So, I learn fast.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into it. There's gonna be a ton of valuable information that we share. So this is the place to be. After hours.
After hours, yes, sir. So we'll be back. We'll probably go over some plays. I actually took a really nice play today. I'll share it on the next episode. It actually hit 600 ticks. And for people that don't know what 600 ticks or what ticks is, we'll go over it on the next episode. We'll figure out, what y'all don't know, what y'all do know. And then also ask questions, right? Comment on the podcast, comment on the YouTube, subscribe for more. We'll be posting it to kind of get, y'all feedback and everything. So
tell them where to find us.
All right, so I have a YouTube. It's called Lundsford Trades. I have an Instagram, Lundsford Trades. And if you go to Google, you type in Lundsford, which is Lunsford. I'll put all of this stuff popping up somewhere right around here as well, so that way y'all know where to find it. And then your YouTube and Instagram.
So my YouTube channel is Mark Whyte Trades. Whyte spelled WHYTE Trades. Instagram Mark Whyte _trades.
Nice.
That's where you find the stuff.
Nice, nice. Well, yeah, man, we both have great gems. We decided to come together and create something special for everyone, and we just want y'all to learn. We just want to teach y'all, the game, and to be able to invest and start early. And like I was saying earlier, just try not to dig yourself in that hole, because eventually, once you reach my age, which I'm not that old, but if you can start younger, and basically route around all the mistakes that I made, to get to where you are, or essentially where you want to be, then that's going to be the goal.
That's
That's
faster.
going to be the goal.
And so again, to what Jay said, if you're young, now's the time.
Yeah.
Just invest it, doing the right thing. I started late, real late. I started at the big 3-0. Cool. And you know, I'm here now. Imagine starting at 20, right? Profitability in trading, depending on who you are, takes anywhere from 3 to as much as 7, 8 years,
Mm-hmm.
right? So start young. Start
Yep.
young. While you're in college, while you're in high school, learn, practice, refine, become better.
Yep.
At 22, you could be a multimillionaire.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. Well, I appreciate y'all watching. Look forward to the next episode. We will be going over some very key things. And obviously, once y'all kind of learn the strategy, learn how we trade, learn how we do things, it's all gonna start to make a lot more sense. So we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Peace.